Hey there, I'm Jennifer,
And I'm Jackie.
and welcome to Slightly Unsupervised. We're best friends, business partners, and the chaos behind Bestimony, a ceremony we created to celebrate the kind of soulmates who don't come with a marriage license.
This podcast is all about that friendship energy, the deep stuff, the messy stuff, and the laugh still till you snort stuff.
So whether you're driving, folding laundry, or hiding in your car for some peace and quiet,
You're in good company. Let's get slightly unsupervised. Today's episode is all about how we found our way back after 15 years. I don't think either of us knew if we'd ever be friends again. What do you think, Jen?
I think that's true. I think that, and I think this is where we should insert the way we did return, because I think it's important for people to really, if we're going to give you hope, we're going to give you hope on how you can reconnect. And it was not overnight, and it did not happen. One day I wouldn't say we were enemies, but one day we were blah, and the next day we were besties. We had to build back into that, and we've talked about it before. We have many podcasts out there. I'm going to assume that you know some of it, but maybe not all of it. So let me go over what happened, how we found our way back, because I want to give you connection. So Jackie and I went to the same high school, and we had a friend that was our class president, both of our friends, and she generally would put these things back together. And she, not sure what happened, but she, I think, had some kids at the time, and she was out. She wasn't going to help us with it. And we're a school that's very close to each other even now, just because we grew up in a tiny school, so everybody knows everybody. I mean, it's a pretty connected community. So having a reunion was going to have to happen, and somebody was going to have to take over. And I'm pretty sure that she told Jackie, "You're going to have to do it," right, Jack? And sent you money and said, "Here's the money that was left over from the last one. Good luck."
She did ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she turned it over to her. And so
Mhm.
Jackie was now in charge of a reunion. Was it our 30th? 20th?
Let's see, she was there for the 10th, so it was our 20th,
20th
I
reunion.
think.
Okay.
Wasn't it our
So
20th? I think it was
I
our
think
20th.
so. Yeah, it was, I
Yeah.
think, our 20th. So anyway, so at some point, somehow you must have got a hold of me, or I got a hold of you, or something. I don't
Mhm.
remember the exact details about it, but
I think I got a hold of you.
yeah, because you didn't tell me about it,
I needed
right?
help.
You
Yeah.
needed help. Yeah. So we said, okay, we'll help. I lived pretty far away from you at that time. I was 6 or 7 hours away, but I said, okay, we can help. We'll come down and, you had to put together all the other stuff. You had to put it all
Mhm.
together, but we would come down and help decorate and stuff. So I think that's how we kind of did it. So we stayed at a house, and we live up in a mountain, and Jackie had her house and I stayed at another house. And so we came over and we helped put the decorations up. And as soon as you start getting in that space, right? The same space we'd always been in, which is like in a mountain with all our friends and stuff, you just start, having those sort of little connections, right? Little like, "Well,
Mhm.
we used to do that," or this song came on, or whatever those things are that you're getting back into that sort of nostalgic. Reunions are nostalgic anyway, so it's back to being high school. So we kind of did that, and we had a really good reunion.
Somebody asked me how it felt, like asking all of you to help me.
To help you,
And
yeah?
I'll tell you honestly, it was like walking on eggshells.
Was it?
Yeah, it
To
was.
have
It
us all
was
back
kind of
around there?
hard because um I hadn't asked you like the 10-year. I didn't ask you guys all for that help. I think you guys did help with a little decorating just because you guys, everybody had offered for that 10-year, but it
Yeah.
was just everybody, the 10-year, everybody does offer and do
Yeah, of
everything.
course. Because it's
But the
just
fact that I took over for the 20-year
right,
and it just took over a whole nother situation,
right,
that was really hard.
right. Yeah, and
But
to
it was, and I did make those notes about the situation. It was like walking on eggshells asking for the help.
right.
And it was, I think that kind of brought us back together a lot on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, because somebody showed
Definitely.
up, right? It was like, "Can you help
Hmm.
me?" And it's like, "Okay, I can come, I'll do it. I'll say I'm gonna
And
do it."
if you remember, I was going through a divorce. I had just went through a divorce, and you guys really didn't know any of that. I had gone through a divorce actually,
You
and
had, yeah.
I had already started dating someone else.
Yeah, you were dating your current husband now. He was yeah,
And so nobody really knew what was going on. I really hadn't told many people. I was just
right,
going through my thing because I remember
right.
one girl asking me, "Yeah, when did that happen? Oh, how did you get him?" And I was just like, "I didn't get him. It just happened."
He got me, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how we need to be looking at that. I am a
Yeah.
prized
One of the
possession
girls
here,
we
and he got me.
graduated with, I was just like looking at her going, "Is that a
What?
question you
Yeah,
asked?"
that's not. See, I just stomped on her. That's the friend I am. What do you mean? How did she get him? How did he get her? That's what I'm saying. So,
Actually, it's one of the girls you just talked about before we got online, so
oh,
just so you
really?
know. And her name starts with a B.
See, I
Uh-huh.
will attack
Yeah.
when it provoked. So, but yeah, so that was kind of the just the little clipping of it.
Mhm.
We went, we did some there was other activities that weekend, so we kinda got back into the same space, and then I think from there, we went back to our perspective, I went back home, and then we had opened the communication line enough to say I think even you were
Definitely.
like, "Hey, do you wanna come down and stay for a weekend?"
With your son.
Yeah, but do you wanna come? So I'm like, see, now here's where it gets complicated. 2 things have happened so far that I wanna go over this because we're trying to help friends. First,
Mhm.
Jackie asked if we could help. That's a reach, right? She was uncomfortable, she did it anyways. So at that
Mhm.
moment, if we'd said, "No, I'm not helping," that would have killed it, right? So you have to be willing to do some things to get back in space. It wasn't necessarily comfortable for me either, but
Mhm.
you do it, right? You say, "Okay, we'll take a baby step." And that's what it was. It was a baby step. Like, can we be in the same space? Is that safe? You asked, you extended something. I agreed to do it. We did it. So the second one, where you asked me to come down to your house for the weekend, that's what I remember was the house for the
Mhm.
weekend to your house. Again, she extended something, which takes courage, and me accepting to come down again. So those are little tiny building blocks that happened the way that we found our way back to each other was that she extended, came. I actually brought my son with me and we had a weekend. We had some friends over, some people that we both knew from the mountain. They came over. But we had a good weekend, right? We had a nice weekend. I went back probably home Sunday morning and, we spent probably Saturday. I don't remember what we did. I remember the one night we did. I don't remember what we did the next day. Probably went to the lake. We always go to the lake. And so, just little baby steps, y'all. And baby steps that may not be the most comfortable, but you still do them, right? She had to extend and I had to come. So keep that in mind when you are thinking about maybe returning to a friend about if they ask to be receptive to that and to extend. I had to drive 7 hours to come see her, right? That's not like she lived down the street from me. I had to make a journey to go see her. So I think the next thing probably, Jackie,
And I wanna admit, I had anxiety that weekend.
did you? Because I
Don't you
was there.
remember? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I still had a little bit of harder time because I was still a little anxious just about everything,
Yeah.
and I'll admit to that.
Sure.
I wasn't the perfect, what do you
Hostess.
call it? Hostess,
Hostess with the mostest?
a little
You
bit,
were.
because I
You
I
were.
can be the perfect hostess, but I had a little anxiety. I was a little worried about everything, but I think it
Sure.
turned out good.
Yeah. And I came and you know, slow connections, right? Slow connections. I think the next thing that we must have done after that was you came to my house. Do you remember that? You guys came up for your anniversary?
Yes, Rick and
Yeah.
I did,
Yeah.
and you did
So
something really special for us.
yeah, so the next connection is like, okay, I've come to your house. Now you make a
Mhm.
7-hour journey to come see me, right?
Mhm.
And you did.
Yep.
You're like, okay, I'll come. So those are all just little things that happen between us that now we're spending a little more time together. We're in the different environments. I'm in your environment. You're in my environment. You're at my house. I'm at your house. We start to just sort of slowly build back and forth between this. And yes, it was your anniversary. I'm pretty sure we sent you off to dinner. We had a friend that worked there. I think he did some fun things for you there, but just little things, right? Little connections
And then
of
you had actually, didn't Chrissy come up?
was it that time?
Mhm.
No, she came later. That was a different time.
I thought
That
she
was the
came for
first
that one.
time. No, the first time you came, Chrissy came when it was a motorcycle weekend. Yeah, it was a different weekend, but she came. Yeah, we had another time with
That was
Chrissy
the
with
same
that.
weekend.
Anyway, so that was Kit. And then what else did we do that was really kind of slow but steady? Just back and forth, maybe a few times. And then I think
Mhm.
we went to Vegas one time
Oh, we
together.
did a weekend where we all just went to the village.
Right.
Remember everybody
Everybody
came
was
up?
there, right? Wasn't like,
Uh-huh. We did like a weekend.
yeah, yeah. I brought
Mhm.
Michelle up, and I think the other girls were up
Mhm.
there kind
We
of,
had other girls there. Shane was there.
oh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
You got mad at me
And
about
the
Shane.
other
Do you remember
one
that?
was there.
Do you remember that when you
Huh?
got mad at me about Shane? Because I was like, oh, let me send boobs. Because she gave
Yeah.
her job. You're like, "You can't be saying things like that." I'm like, "Oh my god, my sister had a boob job. They're not even attached to her anymore. They're just, like, for show. Let me see them." Like, and you're like, "You can't say things like that." So we got a little tiff. We gotta get over it. We moved on. Then
Yeah.
we went to then we went to Vegas. We went to Vegas for a girls' weekend. That got a little wild too, but we had a good time, and
Mhm.
just little things, right? There was a
Mhm.
time in Vegas that you needed me, I think, and I showed up for you
Mhm.
hard. I was in my protective gen mode with you. We had a little bit of whatever, and I got in the middle of that and took care of that and made sure you were okay and got you back safely where you needed to be. So, again, little tidbits of things that happen between us that just slowly build into, can I trust you? Am I safe with you? Are we still
Yep.
connected? All those things had to be reconnected. Like, we're not like one little plug in. It was like different things needed to be plugged in on different aspects. Like, can I trust you again? Am I safe in the space with you? Do we still have a connection? Do I still enjoy you? Are we still funny together? Are we still going to have like all those little things? You have these questions in your head about that of how you're going to be reconnecting to somebody and how that all flows, and is it a safe space? And it took time, y'all. It did not happen
And
overnight.
it's definitely back to where, yeah, definitely a safe space. That's for sure.
Yeah. So all those things happened. Give that stuff some time and don't expect to be like the first time we hang out again, this is going to be full blown. We're
Mhm.
best friends again. We had to work back to that. We just did. It's just part of the connection, and also our other friends that we're best friends with, they were, all that kind of came
Same thing.
together around the same time, right? Yeah, like the connection for them and the connection with all of us to get into this like really knit space that is such a beautiful place to be with your friends, and to know that we have each other's back and that we're going to show up for each other. And we've had that, those things have been tested many times, and I think that we always come through for each other, don't you? I always feel that way for
Definitely.
all of our friendships. Like, if I need you and I need you to do this and you need to do that, everybody steps in, and I that's a beautiful thing to have with your best friends.
Yeah.
It took time, and it took some situations that, but eventually it can come back. And I
Mhm.
think from the time that that reunion happened, probably 3 or 4 years in between there, don't you think? Weren't we like 38 when we had a reunion? The 40
28, 38. Yeah, I would say
yeah,
so.
around the 38, 39. Sometimes we do them a little later, so, it didn't
And then we
happen
started doing combines after that. Yeah.
after that, yeah,
So
other
definitely.
reunions with other people because we start losing people and start to get harder to get people there. So, all right, Jack, let's go into the bestie rapid question. You go first.
Okay. Do you ever think we'd actually find our way back? Yes. I definitely thought so.
Yeah. I'm glad we
I
did.
didn't know how much time it would take, but I always knew it would. I had a feeling
Did
it
you
would.
ever think, Jack, and the same question, did you ever think we'd be at as close as we were before back to
I
that?
didn't know if it would, but I always hoped it would.
Yeah, that's how I was too. I had hoped that you could come back
Mhm.
to that. Yeah. But you don't know.
Mhm.
You don't know because people
Mm-mm.
change, right? We all grew up. So,
Mhm.
okay. What did you feel the first time that we reconnected? You said that you were anxious, right? Walking on
Anxious, but
eggshell.
peace, love, and awe. Those are the other words I put.
Oh, that's awesome. Like,
Mhm.
were you a little
For reals.
excited? Like, do you feel
Mhm.
like, "Okay, we're gonna do this, like, we're gonna hang out and do this and be
I think it
friends,
goes
be"
with all of it. Yeah. It
Yeah,
goes with all that.
I think so
Definitely.
too. That's how I would feel too. Okay,
Mhm.
you're next.
Did it feel like time passed or like we both picked up where we left off? Both, as far as
Both.
I'm concerned.
Yeah. Time had
Seeing the
passed.
kids grown up,
Yeah,
new husbands, etcetera.
yeah.
That's
It
what makes
did
it all different.
it did pick up, it did pass, things were different, but the connection was the
Mhm.
same, right? Once we
Mhm.
got back to that connection, it wasn't a
Like I
different
said,
connection.
just seeing the kids grown up, having
Yeah,
us both with new husbands, seeing our new lives, but being with each other, it just seemed like we're kids again.
right,
Like our friendship was like where we were. Like our
right,
husband's talking about how we talk, like we're like back when we were the young kids again. Like we
right.
picked up right where we were. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, we did.
So.
Like, time hadn't
Mhm.
passed, but time had passed. Like, we were
Mhm.
different, but we weren't different. It's confusing, but it did work that way for sure. Okay.
Mhm.
What do you understand about me now that you didn't back then?
You just need to work on yourself and work on your goals.
That's what you thought about me,
About you.
that I just needed to work on myself and my goals?
Mhm. 'Cause I felt like I wanted you to just for some reason, I felt like you just like you weren't being yourself.
Hmm.
So, like, you needed to do I guess you just need to be your like, do what you needed to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but
Living a
you
life
weren't
that wasn't
being like, to me, you weren't being yourself. So,
mm,
it was like, now it makes sense, like, how you've just made yourself into this successful person. So, that's what you needed to do.
right.
Where I'm just like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" Like, all the time. That's how I felt, like, "What are you doing?" So, now I know what you were doing. You were trying to figure out you needed to go
Moving my
do
path.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I needed
yes.
to get on the path that
Does
made
that
me
make
feel
sense?
better.
Like, that
Yeah, it
makes
makes
sense
sense.
now.
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
you were
I get
just
it.
like, even, like, the people you're hanging out with, like, "What are you doing?" But
Yeah.
now I understand, and you were always
Right.
trying to help people, and you're always trying to do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
That's
sometimes it
fun.
was like, "No, you're supposed to be helping me, not anybody else." Like, it's just stupid. Like
I knew I call her down. I'm like, "Jackie, listen to me. Listen to me because I need you to remind me of this. I have to turn this person off. I'm not helping them anymore. So
Yes,
remind me when I
see?
want to help them,
That's what I
not doing
mean.
it." Yes. So
Exactly.
she's right about
See?
that for sure. Okay, you go next, Jack.
Mhm. What do you appreciate about your friendship now that you didn't before?
The connection. I think that I appreciate the fact that we're so tightly connected and so easily able to be with each other that I don't know if we knew that before. Like I said, there's always that time where you're like, well, I had it with her, I'll have it with everybody else. You know what I mean? Like you don't realize that those connections are pretty far and few between. So you don't get that with everybody, you
Mine
know,
is support, love, peace, laughter, trust, and vulnerability. Vulnerability.
vulnerability. Vulnerability.
Weird. That word is hard
We
to
have to
say.
look up dictionary words, believe me, we're
Yes.
like that.
Vulnerability. I'm gonna learn how to say it again. Well, I needed to practice that like 5 times before we started this.
We've had to look up
Vulnerability.
words, y'all, and
I
like try to
knew
figure
the
out
word I wanted to say. I
I
made
know,
that word.
I know. But
But
we've
those
had
are
to look
good
up words
words, I
and, like,
think.
figure out how to
Don't you
pronounce
like
them before we
those?
do this, so
I
we're
think those are
funny about that.
perfect.
Yeah. I think
Support,
that
love, peace,
that's
laughter,
true.
trust.
Yeah,
That's everything about us.
yeah. Laughter especially. I mean, we
Mhm.
go down
I love the laughter. It's the
funny rabbit
best.
holes about we could just be y'all, we could be in, like, Starbucks line and just talking about the order we just made, and we're dying laughing.
And we'll just look at the person behind us or in front of us, and we'll both start laughing, and we know exactly what we're laughing at. Sorry, people.
All right, do
Do you
you trust
trust our friendship more now or less? More.
more?
Yep.
It's solid
I
now,
put more.
right? It was I don't have to worry about there was always this other third person in our relationship before, then
Mm,
there was always a problem with that. So now that we don't have that problem, it's
no.
for now, it's,
We don't
like,
even
easier.
put our husbands in the third.
Equation.
It was weird. Yeah, when we were younger, for some reason, the men we put in our equation.
Yeah.
Where now that we're older, we're like, "You're not in our equation anymore."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we
I
know how
think
to
you like that.
separate, like, "We
Yeah.
love you, you're our best
Yeah.
friends too, but you're not in our equation." Like,
Yeah.
we know how to
We have our
separate
own
it now.
relationship. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I
It's the
wish I
2 of
would have
us.
known that when I was younger. I wish I would have known how to
Yeah.
separate that. That
Yeah.
would have made
I
a big
agree.
difference.
Okay, do you think losing each other made your friendship stronger?
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, I wish we would have figured it out younger, but
Right.
it's definitely made it better now, but I wish
It made
we could have figured that out younger, but it doesn't
yeah.
work that way.
It doesn't. We had to some time apart, and that's okay, but, yeah, we're stronger now than we probably would have been. We would have probably,
Yeah.
you know who
But I
knows?
think maybe these younger people will be better at it.
You think?
I don't know. I listen
I
to
don't
them. I don't
know.
think so.
I don't
They're
know.
all
I
so
hope so.
weird.
I
They're
hope
all so
so.
weird. I mean, I love y'all, but the way you all talk to each other and the way you talk to us, I don't know. You
It's
don't
too
listen to us, so
competitive. I think they're too competitive with each other. Stop, y'all. You're not in competition. You need these women in your life, so stop. Just
no
get
doubt.
over it. Believe
Is
me.
there anything you wish you had said to me back then? Probably been better with my words that I believed in you and thank you.
Aw, thank you. That's very sweet of you because now I'm gonna cry.
I'll start crying
I know. I'm gonna cry too. But,
because it's
we
true.
didn't have that. We didn't
We
really
didn't
have
say things
that
like
to
that back then.
no, but we didn't even have that in, like, life, you know what I mean? Like, someone to tell you
Mm,
that, so it does make me cry too. See, Jack? Now I'm crying. My
see?
eyes are all red. You can't see us, but okay, is there anything you wish you had said? Yeah, the same thing. Oh, man, Jack, I wish I would have said, "You are so much better than this. Like, you deserve so much better than, what I thought you were getting. And you have so much to give, and you're such a great person. Like, I would have, that's what I would have said. I've been like, man, is this really what you want to settle on? Because you're such a unique and beautiful person that somebody is going to be so lucky to have you one day. And that's probably what I would have said, like, find your match, find someone that loves you the way that you deserve to be loved. And she definitely has it now, and I don't have that problem. And, but I am protective of her, y'all. Like, I got one side up on my eye, like, what'd you say, Rick? Like, oh, okay, good. You said something nice. Like, but
He
that's
does. He's
just
the
best
sweetest
friends,
man.
right? He's a sweetheart. So, okay, am I next or next?
You're next.
Okay. Do you think some friendships are meant to come back?
Always.
Always. Yeah.
If they are real and true and for the right reason.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah. There's some people that could walk back into our lives tomorrow, Jack, that we're friends with or we're friends before, and we'd be like,
Mhm.
hey, welcome back. Like, because I think that, when you love somebody, this love
Let's
story stick.
party. My wrong hand. Sorry, everybody, I'm doing this. They all make fun of me because I do the wrong hand signs.
Doing the hang loose instead of the rock and roll. It's all
Had
right,
to
Jack.
do that so the tears will stop.
All right. It's last
Mhm.
one's on you.
What does our friendship mean to you now? I said
Oh,
everything, love, my life.
yeah, it does. We're
Mhm.
bestie. I complain, when I wanna complain, I call her. When I wanna cry, I gonna call her. When I'm laugh, I'm gonna call her. Like,
Yep,
it's just a unique connection, and it's just everything. Like, that's all I can say. It's just everything. So, if you have a friendship, you get a second chance, that, we are encouraging you to do it, because it can really be life-changing, and so healing for so many reasons that you didn't even know you needed healing from can come from this. So we encourage you, please, if you have a friend that you don't know, try to test the waters a little bit, give a little knock knock. How are you doing? Even if you get rejected, come back a few times and see, because like Jack said, like I said, it's not, you don't instantly do it. You got to work at it a little bit. But if you can find somebody that gives a little and you give a little and give a little, give a little, pretty soon you can put something back together. Don't you think, Jeff?
definitely.
Takes time. All right.
100%.
If this episode hit you in the feels or made you laugh way too hard, we consider that a win.
Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your ride or die.
And when you're ready to make your friendship official, book your bestimony at rhinestoneweddingchapel.com.
Because the best love stories don't always come with a ring.
We stick together, ride or die to the moon, and no amount of space could ever come between us two. The reuniting's like we never been apart, and every single time we're eye to eye and heart to heart. There's not enough words to describe what you mean to me. Through heartaches and ups and downs in this life, you've stayed right next to me. I vow to make you laugh till you cry and talk about everything under the moon. The definition of a best friend is you. And we'll keep dancing through the rain, forever connected. Same page, we're writing our story every day. We'll keep on growing, ever changing. There's not enough words to describe what you mean to me. Through heartaches and ups and downs in this life, you've stayed right next to me. I vow to make you rest.